Hi everyone, here's another video which deal about the blood and the lymph. So blood is a fluid connective tissue which matrix is in a fluid state called plasma, which is without fiber and it is not secreted by the blood cells. So blood can be classified into hemopoietic stem cell, which contains the plasma about 55%, and the form element constitute about 45%, which is also known as the cell fragments. So lymphoid progenitor and the myeloid progenitor. Myeloid progenitor consists of the RBC, mast cell, myeloblast, and megakaryocytes, and the WBC contain acidophil, basophil, neutrophil, while the agranulocytes contain lymphoid lineage and the monocyte, and lymphoid is divided into B cells and the T cells. So blood plasma, when the form elements are removed from a blood, a straw colored liquid called the blood plasma, and its constituents are water, plasma protein, albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, and salts. So, formed elements of the RBC or the erythrocytes. Normal RBC count of the male is 5.4 million per mm cube, while the female contains 4.8 million per mm cube. So, mammalian RBC is biconcave and non-nucleated and without cell organelles. RBC contain hemoglobin, which is iron-containing pigments, and present in a normal healthy person. So it is formed in the red bone marrow, and process of formation of RBC is called erythropoiesis. So excess of RBC is stored within spleen. So spleen called as the blood bank, and spleen also called as the graveyard. So average lifespan of the human RBC is 120 days, and the increased RBC condition called the polycythemia, while the decreased condition called as the anemia or erythropenia. So hypertonic medium shrinks crenation, and the figure of the RBC is concave like structure, and here it is a blood smear. So next is the WBC, also known as leukocytes. Normal WBC count is 5,000 to 10,000 per mm cube, and it is subdivided into the agranulocytes and the granulocytes. So granulocytes contain acidophil, basophils, and neutrophil, and here are some differences among them, and figure are as follows. Agranulocytes consist of the lymphocytes and the monocytes. Lymphocytes contains B cells and T cells, also known as B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. Platelets, also known as thrombocytes, and normal count is about 1.5 to 3.5 lakh per mm cube. So lifespan is about 5 to 9 days, and it secretes various clotting factor and helps in blood clotting by forming platelet plug. So deficiencies cause the thrombocytopenia will cause defective blood clotting condition or called purpurea. So it releases serotonin, which causes a vasoconstriction. So functions of blood. So it, as it is a connective tissue, it helps in the transportation of gas, nutrients, hormones, heat, and waste. Here's a term blood donation, which is a donation of the person's plus to another, which is always made in between the compatible or the matchable blood. So here is the blood donation chart. And largest RBC in there. Here are some short description which may be asked in some important examination. Like largest RBC in the Urodela amphibian is amphibia, about 70 micrometer. Hemopoiesis first time in tailless amphibians. Ice fish or the Genocephalus or the Leptocephalus larva of the eel has no RBC. Largest cell of the blood is monocyte of the WBC, and the smallest RBC is musk deer, about 1.5 micrometer. So these are the notes about the blood and lymph. So thank you. Keep watching.